just thread myself through there. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, trip down memory lane. If you guys may or may not remember, what is it, about 4 years ago now, I bought one of these for the channel, modified it, and it got written off by a HGV. Sad times at the time, but I haven't really driven one recently, so I had to grab this one because she's thick, she's modified, and it's got an LSD. It's naturally aspirated, but this is the most desirable version of the car that is readily available that you guys can go and buy very, very easily. So onwards to some B roads. It has got a hard top roof. I genuinely wish this roof was off today. Although I put one of these on mine for the winter, I wish it was off because it's literally like 400 degrees in here. Get some cold in, get some cold in. Anyway, onwards to the B roads. We're interrupting today's video to give a massive thank you to today's sponsor, Automentum. Automentum provide high quality parts at affordable prices, and they follow the original equipment standards. Made in Europe, which means you get high safety parts and are compliant to the ECE R90 legal. The brake pads that I'm putting on the 106 today are modern, high quality design with friction material formulation, allows a consistent braking level in all conditions when the brake pads get hot. And minimising the fading, friction material affected by reducing speed sensitivity is improved to obtain better wear under a broad range of temperatures. Backing plate consists of cutting, heavy, metal-free material which is eco-friendly, which means it avoids corrosion and rust and are easy to fit. The friction material formulated, flatness and powder coating, fade tested, plus the backing plate where the brakes kept the same behaviour means you get a long lifetime. To guarantee comfortable driving and the same friction level, judder tested and no noise or vibration. Fitting the Automentum rear pads to the 106 was quick and easy. Simply take off the wheel, release the safety clasp and slide out the bottom slider. Remove the old pads by pushing the pad away from the disc and they should drop straight out. If not, a pry bar could be used to get them out. Then simply back off the caliper. This time round I took the discs off because I was replacing the discs at the same time. And then simply drop the Automentum pads back into the brake carrier and reverse the process. Massive thank you to the guys at Automentum for sponsoring today's video, but let's get back to the action. So the Mk1 Mx5, probably one of the best entry-level cars you could ever buy. You don't even have to be young, you could be literally any age and have one of these sat up for a laugh on a Sunday morning with your mates, or this could be your daily driver when you're younger or older, depending on how you know, if you've got kids and that, you ain't getting kids in the back of this, let's be honest. But I remember my time with one of these being so fun. It was so much fun all the time. They're super easy through town, and once you get it down the back roads, you really understand why these cars are, you know, a cult classic at the end of the day. That does reflect on the pricing, especially at the moment, you know, during to the taxes that we've got, seem to go on everything at the moment. These are going up, not rapidly. I do talk about cars going up in price and various other cars as sort of future investments. I don't think the Mk1 Mx5 in that sense, because of the numbers, you know, there's many of these about. They aren't going to be necessarily a future classic like, you know, various other cars, but I've seen, you know, the likes of the S2000s and stuff go nearly double the price at the moment. They are incredibly expensive, the S2000 at the moment, and this is going the same way, and that's not a reason to buy one, because that's not why I'm centering around this video. It's more of the understanding that bringing it to light for you guys and enjoying it as a budget-friendly, fun car that everybody can get on board with. I think just like the whole Alfa Romeo thing that Top Gear went on about, you know, when it was aired, you know, Jeremy Clarkson was saying you're not a true petrol head until you've had a Alfa Romeo. In my opinion, you're not a true petrol head until you've driven the likes of a Mk1 Mx5. These cars are just so good for the money, so good. I cannot stress enough how many people I've sort of said to them, you know, they've come to me and said, I want a new car, what shall I buy? And I'm always like, well, what's your circumstances? You know, what do you really want? Something fun, something easy to modify, something cheap to insure. This is literally it. If you learn to drive one of these fast, you'll be able to drive anything fast, in my opinion. This lightweight chassis, especially this one today, as we'll get onto, it doesn't actually have any power steering, which is hilariously fun. It means it's so much more organic and a bit more of a struggle to drive, but you've then got to drive it. This one's got a torsion LSD in the back, so as you start to get on and really thread this through the B roads, you can keep your foot flat. There is, you know, no worries really about power shortages, because there isn't really a lot of power to start with. This does have the 1.8 litre import engine in it, which is, in my opinion, more desirable if you are after a MX5. The Mark 1 especially, try and get the 1.8. It's just a bit more zesty in its flavouring, I'm going to say, but it's just more fun. It's a bit more power, a bit more displacement. So guys, beautiful location. Let's have a quick look round this Mark 1 MX5. Now, as I've told you guys time and time again in this video already, probably, you need to buy one of these. They are so much fun, you have no idea. I've had such a laugh going down roads like this today in this thing, and you can build one of these for really cheap money. It's a cost-effective way to have bags of fun. Whether you're young, whether you're old, everybody can jump in one of these. It is so much fun. But having a look around, this actually has a replica or an eBay version of the slight Rocket Bunny kit. So as you can see, it's got a front bib just down here, or front splitter. It has these wider arches, front and back, giving so much more size to these small cars. Now, the big thing to talk about with these arches, and sorry about the wind if it's coming through on the camera, but you can get a bigger tyre size, which this one has. It has a mammoth 245 40 15. Now, if you can get these arches on your MX5 and put these tyres on, warm them up and send them down some B roads, you will know exactly why I'm doing this video today. The contact patch just on the front of this small car is so wide, it's probably as wide as my hand is, very easily. 245 40, so you've got a 245 40 setup on a 15-inch rotor wheel all round on this. That is the most desirable tread size for any MX5 out there, regardless if it's powerful or not. This thing, once warm with those tyres, will be unbelievable around the corners, as I have found out today. Coming around the back, it has a little flicky up ducktail spoiler in carbon fibre, sets off the paint colour, because the paint colour, ladies and gentlemen, is Ford Deep Impact Blue. So a lot of guys may have noticed that. Really works on this small MX5. You can see the roof's been done, all the arches, it's properly been done, this car. Properly sorted little B-road weapon. This coming inside though, it has a few bits to point out. Cobra Monaco Pro seats with a Nardi steering wheel. Again, one of the things I actually did to my MX5 was take the original steering wheel out and actually put a Nardi in there as well. Seats do really work in this. Standard seats are actually very nice. They're actually really comfortable, but of course if you can fit a set of bucket seats in there, why not? Lastly, the last thing I would say to do if you do have one of these and you want to buy it, maybe not on a budget, but it has a torsion 4.1 LSD in the back. Massive difference from the open diff or a welded diff that I've driven in the past. Thing is an absolute B-road weapon that anybody out there could go and buy and enjoy. But anyway, we're gonna get back on the road. We're gonna go down that way, I think. Go and enjoy this thing. As we wind out first into second. It's not fast, but it's so much fun. You cannot not have a smile on your face in one of these MX-5s. And yes, these are a future classic. I'm going to circle back round. I do see them going up. I do see how not expensive they're getting, but they are getting sought after. I think the word is sought after, definitely, because of what they are and what they represent, and the people that know these cars and maybe have gone into other cars but, you know, have the opportunity to buy them back or buy them as a second car. They're buying them up, and I see why. It's interesting because after driving and owning one, going back to it years on, it's such a cool experience. I know exactly why I bought one, and I know exactly why I modified it to the way I did. And yeah, this one's got a thicker track, wider arches and everything, and it's a better execution of the car I built, 100%, because I'm a complete novice when it comes to building cars. But yeah, if you can, build one of these and enjoy it for a year, a couple of years, a summer, whatever. Do it though, it will be totally worth it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you all on the next one.